IAM is Latin for now. It's a tale that takes place in 4 different material realms, and it follows the story of COVID through each of those material realms. The 4 realms are microscopic, human, earthly, and cosmic. I was studio bound during the pandemic, and I spent a lot of time looking out the window and thinking about this pathogen and how it works. I am an artist, a visual artist, but I also trained in the sciences as a cell and molecular biologist. And so that part of me was sort of alight with curiosity. And so I started poking around, doing a lot of reading, looking at molecular models of COVID-associated proteins, blasting them up on this massive cedar hedge with a projector at night, taking a look at these forms, making them turn around a central axis. And I realized that it was a dance. One of my collaborators is a musician, incredible composer and musician, Jaclyn Blumas, and her sister's a dancer and choreographer. So we brought a little crew together. The dancers dance barefoot at night in darkness with the projected imagery. So they are ensconced in this kind of a tapestry of light and nature. And so nature becomes their stage. The microscopic imagery is of molecular structure in the first act. The dancers play molecular characters. What you're seeing is essentially the story of the life cycle of the coronavirus. At the beginning, there's kind of all of these white dots of light that explode out, and that's literally how the virus has been exploded out into the air, into the atmosphere, and then sort of floats in the atmosphere before it's breathed in. But molecularly, the story is really about how does that entity get into human cells? And that's where it becomes a story of interspecies cooperation. Viruses don't contain any of the replicative machinery to reproduce themselves, so they have to borrow that human replicative machinery. The way that the virus gets into the cell is it's ushered in by a human molecule. The reality is we've been co-evolving with viruses for millennia. Sometimes those pieces of viral code have some kind of material benefit for us. It's viral code that underlaid our development as mammals. You know, we wouldn't be what we are without our co-evolution with viruses. In the second act, the projections are microscopic images of tissues, bodily tissues, guts, nerve, brain. The dancers play human beings. And the choreography was all developed by Allie Blumas using kind of like a language of struggle and overcoming. So she borrowed from a lot of different martial arts traditions. And then slowly in that act, there are other dancers that join, and really narratively then it's just in community that the dancers find release, or humans find release from the struggle of lockdown and the fear of this sort of pandemic. In Act 3, you see microscopic imagery of botanical samples. So I used a bit of the cedar that we project on. I imaged some botanical samples that I collected in Hawaii. I imaged some that I collected around the Toronto area, some from the French River. So bits and pieces from all over to sort of, symbolize the global nature of this materiality. The dancers play wind and water. And so they very much react to the imagery that is played, and their costumes are heavily fringed and they fly. This is where the story becomes very happy and positive, because in Act 3, the story of COVID for the planet was a very happy story, where the water became clear and the air became clean, and there were all these spaces that humans dominate that emptied out, and the animals came in to occupy these spaces. So for the Earth, COVID was a real respite. The Earth breathed more easily when we were all stuck in our hidey holes. Act 4 really is about the impact of COVID and our experience with it in the deepest reaches of space. So, of course, it's inconsequential. It doesn't matter. The dancers play dark matter, and we really played with the design of their costumes. They're sort of dark and shot with metallic thread, and the projection of the light, which has a lot of black space in it. So they kind of come in and out of visibility, and they really play with this kind of there, not there sort of aesthetic. The imagery being projected is shapes and patterns of electromagnetism. We begin on Earth, and we end at the Big Bang, which is, conceptually our beginning. It's an exploration of what's there that we can't see. And as in with the rest of the acts, the materiality that we see is invisible to us in reality. It's a piece that, being about perspective and materiality, even though it's tied to the pandemic, the truths that it speaks to essentially aren't just bound by sort of our pandemic experience. If we're going to understand what we are, we have to accept that everything is interconnected. And, you know, we're so separated by ideas, by beliefs, by culture, by technology, by standards of living. There are so many things that separate us as human beings, and we're just one species. Essentially, we're the same in relation to other living things, even non-living things. And so I think our human obsession with seeing difference and wanting to be different and wanting to be part of a particular group, etc. We keep setting ourselves up to fail by not actually seeing ourselves as the same and part of something that is one.